Hello. How is everybody? Sorry, I did not let everyone know that I was doing this because I have not streamed in forever and a day. Hello, Jassa, can you hear me? Please say yes because it's gonna be awkward if you can't. um, ugh. Oh, what about now? Is this nice, sexy? Jassa, can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. Please. Yay! You can hear me. For once, I've been able to start streaming, and actually, you can hear me. I don't know how to do this anymore. But yes, welcome. I just wanted to do a video slash response to a my phone's going off. Response to a thing I found on the internets today, which I thought was hilarious. And the reason why I thought it was hilarious is because, for those of you who don't know, I am amateur hobbyist jeweler. I like to make jewelry making as part of my many talents, I think you might call it that. Jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing that I like to do. Hey, Mayor! I am live, apparently. And hi, Archer Benjamin. Hey, Andrew, how you going? Are you having trouble hearing the audio? Is that better? Is that better? Or again? And stop. My I think my USB thing is a bit dodgy. Can you hear my audio much better now? Andrew? There's a live chat. Yeah, changing it over to that. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Maya. And anyway, so I found something that was very, very, very funny. That I saw, and I want to show you everybody, this wonderful piece of thing I found, and we shall all have. That could just be me because I have slow internet, Andrew. So I apologize if it's a bit buffery. Hopefully, YouTube will follow up with that. Anyway, so I'm going to show you this wonderful piece of hilariousness. And the reason why I'm looking this up, I had a friend who is a very lovely man, and I've probably good. Okay, he is a very very lovely man, and he is quite a sweetheart. And he knows that I make jewelry as a hobby, and he was like, "Oh, this is the sort of thing that I'd like to do. Could you please make me a piece of jewelry, a silver chain?" And I said, "Oh yeah, this is how much it costs, blah, 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 blah." And then, so he just typed in silver chain. And the chain that you're looking at here is what's called a Cuban link chain. There you go, obviously. And it says here, Jules code, Cuban link, 8mm solid chain, 95 sterling silver, hypoallergenic and tarnish free. So not terribly controversial until you look at the price of $699. That is $699 Australian dollars. To give you an idea, The minimum wage in Australia, I think right now is $22 an hour. And so for $699, so $700, this is a 925 sterling silver, rhodium plated, I will grant you that, necklace. The thing with this one is, sterling silver is about $2 a gram Australian, give or take, depending where you get it from. But sterling silver is roughly about $2 to $3 a gram. This particular $700 piece of jewelry is 74.94 grams. So I'll let you do the calculations because I can't math to save my life. But yeah, basically 75 times 2, which is $150. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, and I initially thought that this has got to be a joke kind of thing. Because the next one up, which is 61 centimetres, is 750 Australian dollars for 82 grams. Again, rhodium plating adds a little bit of extra money on top of that. So holy crap. Who is going to spend $750 on a silver necklace, on a sterling silver necklace? Again, rhodium plating kind of adds it up. I can't find the link that I found earlier, but there was a link that I found of the one that was $699, exactly the same or very, very similar with rhodium plating, was $500. And that was on sale. So it was actually for $250, which is less than half of the lowest price, the 45 centimeter chain. And for reference, 45 gets to roughly around about where this little dip in your collarbone is. That's roughly 45 centimeters. At least it is on me. However, that insane price, and I mean insane price, is just the tip of the iceberg. So the main reason why I'm doing this is so hilarious, because I will read the description for you, and I'll get my sexy Australian voice on. Get ready to elevate your style with the Jewels Co. Cuban Link 8mm solid chain. Remember, guys, this is sterling silver, so still good quality stuff. I'm not saying it's not, and rhodium plated, but remember, wholesale sterling silver right now is about $2 to $3 a gram. Crafted from 925 sterling silver with a rhodium finish, this chain is straight from the fashion capital of Italy. Okay, maybe that little bit of prestige might add $50 on. I don't know how it's chucked another 500 on, but we will continue. Designed for the bold and the confident, this chain exudes timeless strength and style. The rhodium finish is a unique Jewels Co. feature that increases shine, gloss, durability, prevents tarnishing, and is hypoallergenic. Okay, so I don't know why they're saying it's unique unless they've got a completely different way of electroplating their stuff. However, the difference between rhodium, and people can say that they can see the difference between rhodium and sterling silver, like rhodium plating and sterling silver. It's supposed to make your chain look shiny and a bit, less likely to scratch. However, my personal opinion is that if you just put your chain in the ultrasonic cleaner frequently, like once every couple of weeks, and then you polish it off, you're going to have a nice looking chain. That's my personal opinion. Other people can disagree with me on this one, but I don't think that, like, I think if you have a person who goes, oh my God, you've got a chain with rhodium finish on it, holy moly, you're amazing. You're going to have to start working on your personality. That's my personal opinion. No one's going to know the difference. Not a lot of people can look at your ring and go, that is white gold, silver, or rhodium. Unless like they really, really know their stuff, you'd be hard pressed to find a person who can do that. So I don't think there's a unique feature in the rhodium plating, because a lot of companies do that. Unless there's something special about the way they do it, I don't know. But then it goes on, and this is where it gets hilarious. Excuse me, I gotta make the sexy voice. Solid Cuban link chains are for the solid Cuban link chains are the alpha choice for real men. The alpha choice for real men. I think I found out why we are spending an extra 50% on a piece of silver. They're built tough, like you, with no shortcuts or flimsy hollow nonsense. When you wear a solid chain, you're showing the world you mean business. It's all about durability. Solid chains won't bend or break when things get rough. They've got the weight that commands respect, not like those hollow chains that feel like they're made for boys. Don't settle for less. Go solid or go home. That's the new bro code. Don't wait. Get yours today at Jules Co. and step up your style game. And then it goes on about all of its, how long it is and blah, blah, blah. You get free shipping. That's good. Anyway, so I found that and I thought, holy moly, you can't see me. Hang on. I thought that was one of the funniest things I had seen in a very long time. So, I did do maths. All right. So, that's about, Jassa said that's about 500 USD. And Ola, hello, Ola. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see you. It's been ages. Yeah. So, Ola says for silver, dang. And yes, I did do the maths, Jassa. And thank you. I do have a sexy voice, apparently. I don't know who says that, but apparently I do. So Ola says, to be fair, the cost between wholesale and consumer prices is so goddamn redonkulous. Get a sofa for $79, wholesale almost £500 consumer. Yeah, so I'm not going to diss the fact that they've done a markup. I'm not going to diss the fact for that, which is why I told you earlier that I found a chain that's almost exactly the same. It was like 7 mil rather than 8 mil, but it was the same length and it was rhodium plated. That was for sale for $500 versus $700. Like, cool. I'm going to pay an extra 50% to own the libs. So I'm just pointing out, this is hilarious, and obviously there is something a little bit dark about this. This is clearly about toxic masculinity. People are looking at this. The people who are likely to fall for this are the people who are Andrew Tate like lovers, shall I say? they're using people who think they're alpha males, the manosphere and all that sort of stuff, and they're grifting off these people. And as much as I hate the manosphere, and as much as I think, if you're going to fall for something like that, you kind of deserve it. Like, I know that's a horrible thing to say, but anyone who buys a $700 sterling silver chain and hasn't gone, at least a little bit of research and finding almost exactly the same thing for an extra $200 cheaper, like, there's obviously things like the ADHD tax and things like that. I know I've paid a lot more money because I didn't do my research properly, but so I put myself in that. But they're obviously using the insecurities of men who think that they are the alpha man and rah, rah, rah. And I find that despicable, to be honest with you, because these poor people do give up a lot of money to try and make themselves seem better. Oh my God, I spent $750 on this chain. It's like, well, yeah, that's because, it's a bit sad. It is sad. There is a level of me that's going, well, you probably should have done a little bit better research. And I have, again, spent more money because I didn't do my research properly on certain things. But I don't know. Like, what do you think? Like, mention in the comments below. What do you think about this whole thing? There is a part of me that really does feel for, because I know somebody who fell down the alt-right rabbit hole and the manosphere rabbit hole, and would absolutely say that he's an alpha man and rah 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 rah, and all, like, it was clearly this poor bloke was just hurt. He was hurt by life, and he just rather than going and seeing a therapist, he went and followed Jordan Peterson. And I told him straight off, do not go there. You will lose absolutely everything in your life. Your loved ones, your friends, your family. Anyway, 2 years later, he wasn't speaking to his friends. He wasn't speaking to his family. And he was lonely. So, yeah. Yeah, Orla Serif says, what they say, a fool and their money are soon parted, nuances applied. Yes, ADHD tax, as I have mentioned multiple times. Yeah, so I don't know, like, let me know what you think. I'm just wanted to point out how incredibly hilarious this is, and how much of an obvious scam this is, but how it kind of evil it is at the same time. Yeah, so I just wanted to show that, have a bit of a laugh, have a bit of a giggle with you guys. But I also wanted to have a chat as a person who is an amateur jeweler, and and the stuff that I make is not worth a lot, like, in material wise. Like, I use copper. Copper is my metal of choice, which is the cheapest of all of the metals that we use for jewelry making. Like, silver's all right. I don't mind using silver. I would probably rather sleep on a cheese grater before I start using gold or platinum, because my God, that is like almost $100 a gram. So yeah, not going there, and so I so a lot of my stuff is, like, I make my own cabochons for like I made that. That's mine. And I use offcuts. So even the stones that I shape are offcuts and are worthless. So monetarily wise, the stuff that I make is worth next to nothing. But I do recognize the amount of hard work people take to put in their stuff, and the skills that are required, and the tools, and the blah 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 blah. I wanted to talk about, like, this friend of mine that I was telling you about, who was asking me to make them a chain. He often has said to me, and I often see in the jewelry subreddit of, is this too manly for me, or is this not manly enough? Usually men are going, is this not manly enough, this ring or whatever? And 99.99999% of the time it's no. You're great, go for it. Like, it's like femininity. Like, a lot of men can really pull off feminine, in inverted commas, rings or necklaces or anything like that. And I really hate that attitude of, is it too feminine for me? Is it bad? Is it because it's like, if you like it, go for it. Who cares if it's bright pink? Guys, if you like something, wear it. It doesn't matter if you think that somebody else might think it's feminine. Go for it. I don't care. And and one of the things that people are like around, like for men as well, a lot of things that people say is, is it bad for men to wear jewelry? And it's like, if I thought it was bad for men to wear jewelry, I've just alienated half of my potential customers. Of course, I don't think it's that. But it's also really sad, because it means that a lot of men are afraid to express themselves emotionally and be as vulnerable, just because they might want to wear something like a pretty earring, or wear something that would look fine coming straight from Lord of the Rings. And I find it sad. I do really find it sad. So, coming from a person who is an amateur jewelry maker, who makes nice stuff. I make nice stuff. Go for it. Go for it. Live it. Live your life. Because the thing is, as the only time I've ever encountered something where I'm like, oh, I don't think I can pull this off, or it's going to be difficult, as I was making a necklace for a friend's daughter, and they have a very 90s goth chic look, kind of like if you think Charmed, the TV show Charmed, like that's basically what she would look perfect in that TV show. And so I was like, all right, I know exactly what I'm going to do. And then it was within, like, honestly, I was assembling the pieces, and it's like a quarter of a hair's breadth in one direction made it like looking like she was going to wear it to a 90s, like an Evanescence concert, or move it slightly and it looks like something that you'd give to Aunt Edna for her 80th birthday party. So a lot of the time when it comes to me, in my opinion, when you're designing jewelry, that's the big thing. Who gives a shit if it's masculine or feminine? Who gives a shit? Don't worry about, if you're a guy, don't worry about it being masculine. You'll pull it off. There was a piece that I was showing to Not Your Witness, and he was like, oh, it's really nice. And like, you look at it and it looked really feminine, but as soon as he put it on, it looked really masculine. And and it looked really nice. And I'm just, it was just sort of, oh, hello. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Toki Ivo? He says, I think there's two parts to this, which can easily be conflated if you don't think about it. One, do I look X with this? And two, is this sending a signal about me wanting to look X? Yeah. So it all depends on you and how confident you are. The people who are going to be spending an extra $200 to $300 on a chain that they don't need to spend $200 to $300 on, they're the ones that are going to be really worried about it wearing a ring that is slightly feminine, or wearing a Jassa says, the world is crazy when a gram of cocaine is cheaper than a gram of gold. So that was just my thinking, my thoughts, my rant. I'm sorry, this is a bit of a short thing, but I just wanted to put it out there that if you are a guy and you're worried, is this too feminine? Go for it. Like, you'd be surprised at how suddenly unfeminine something is when you wear it, if you're worried about it. It depends on other things as well, like what else you're wearing. If you're a little bit worried if it's feminine, like too feminine, but you're wearing really manly man stuff, fair enough. But if you're wearing a bright pink tutu and fairy wings, I mean, it probably would look feminine, but that's because you've matched it with other feminine stuff. So that is my opinion, my thoughts and my feelings. And and all right, so Justice says, you ought to see the shirt that I'm wearing to work today, lol. It's bright pink shirt. It's just a color. Exactly. It's just a color. And it's just a piece of jewelry. Don't get sucked into the manosphere. Just don't do that. You'll ruin your life. Don't try to just chill. Just chill. And make love, not war, peace, and all that sort of stuff. I don't know how I'm supposed to finish this out because it's been a very long time since I've streamed. I hope this opens up a little bit of a conversation. And talk to you all later. Peace. And don't forget, don't give yourself the raw prawn.